Do you know Kamala Harris? Born Kamala Debbie Harris on October 20th, 1964, in Oakland, California. She is the older sister of Maya Harris, born exactly 3 years after Kamala. In a world where justice is a dream, she dared to change the course of history. Daughter of immigrants, Kamala Harris overcame racial and sexist obstacles to become a political leader. But there is a secret that defined her. Stay until the end of the video to find out what it is. Her mother, Shyamala, was an Indian scientist who fought against breast cancer. Her father, Donald, was a Jamaican economist. Kamala grew up in a home of social activism, where her mother encouraged her to fight for civil rights, encouraging her to participate in demonstrations and political events from an early age. Kamala attended Community Baptist Church, where she developed her social conscience. She studied at the University of California, Berkeley, and the University of California, Hastings College of Law. During her time at Berkeley, Kamala was a member of the student organization Alpha Kappa Alpha, worked as a volunteer in the San Francisco District Attorney's Office, developed her interest in civil rights and social justice. At Hastings, Kamala was editor of the Hastings Constitutional Law Quarterly, participated in the college's criminal law program, graduated as one of the first Black women to earn a Juris Doctor degree from the institution. Kamala began her political career as District Attorney of San Francisco. She faced resistance from some police officers and judges, but found support from mentors and friends. Kamala Harris ran for District Attorney of San Francisco. She won the election with 56% of the vote. She became the first woman and first Black person to hold the office. Notable achievements: implemented innovative programs to reduce recidivism, created the Back on Track program for young offenders, established a specialized unit for domestic violence crimes, developed partnerships with community organizations to prevent crime. Other notable achievements: reduced recidivism rates by 30%, increased conviction rates by 45%, recovered over $10 million in fines and restitution. Kamala left a legacy of justice and equality in San Francisco, inspiring other women and minorities to pursue careers in law. In 2011, Kamala Harris was elected Attorney General of California, continuing her fight for justice and equality. This experience as District Attorney of San Francisco prepared Kamala Harris for her future political challenges and solidified her as a leader in the fight for justice. She fought against gun violence, for marriage equality, and for immigration reform. In 2016, Kamala was elected to the U.S. Senate. She continued her fight for civil rights and justice. Notable achievements: leadership in the fight against gun violence. Kamala Harris was a leading advocate for legislation to control gun sales. Defense of women's rights. Kamala Harris led opposition to the bill aimed at restricting access to abortion. Immigration reform. Kamala Harris introduced a bill to create a pathway to citizenship for undocumented immigrants. Trump scandal investigation. Kamala Harris participated in investigations into Trump's involvement with Russia. She also had notable moments such as: 1. Interrogation of Jeff Sessions. Kamala Harris questioned the then Attorney General about his ties to Russia. 2. Speech against Brett Kavanaugh's confirmation. Kamala Harris strongly criticized the then Supreme Court nominee. 3. Introduction of the Equality Act bill. Kamala Harris advocated for legislation to protect LGBTQ+ rights. Legacy. Kamala Harris left a legacy as a progressive senator and civil rights advocate, inspiring a new generation of political leaders. About her family. Kamala Harris is known for having a close-knit and supportive family. Her husband, Douglas Emhoff, is a lawyer and currently works as a consultant. Her children, Ella and Cole Emhoff, are students and often accompany Kamala to public events. Once Kamala said, "My family is my rock. They support me in everything I do." In 2020, Kamala was chosen as the Democratic candidate for Vice President of the United States alongside Joe Biden. She became the first woman, first Black person, and first Asian American to hold the office. Some of Kamala Harris's achievements as Vice President of the United States. Immigration reform law. Kamala led efforts to create a pathway to citizenship for undocumented immigrants. Gun control law. She supported legislation to restrict gun sales. Equal pay law. Kamala advocated for equal pay for women. Environmental protection law. She supported measures to combat climate change. Kamala Harris, as Vice President of Joe Biden, faced several controversial challenges. One was the pressure for Biden to drop out of the 2024 presidential race due to his age and health. But Kamala didn't give up. There's a secret that defined her. Kamala Harris has always carried her mother's lessons with her and uses them to guide her political decisions. My mother taught me that courage is not the absence of fear, but the ability to overcome it. This secret reveals the strength and resilience that define Kamala Harris as a leader. Her mother's lesson inspired Kamala to become strong, an inspiring leader, continuing to motivate generations. Kamala Harris, a woman of courage, resilience, and determination. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more inspiring content.